Hello everyone, it's Gina from orchidandopal.com, and I am back today with both of the best bead boxes from Potomac Beads. This is their monthly subscription in both the different sizes that they have to offer, so we'll be able to compare and contrast the contents. These boxes do overlap from the smaller base version of the box to the larger XL version, so I don't really recommend getting both of them because you'll get a lot of overlap. But hopefully this will help you to see the differences between the two boxes and see which one is right for you. I'll leave the link directly below for the subscription, and I also have a coupon code that is good across their entire site for 5% off your total purchase. And that coupon code is Orchid5. I will leave that below also, so you can take advantage of that. We'll start out by taking a look at the smaller version of the box, which I think is in this one. And every month they have a theme to go along with their boxes. And these subscriptions are different because they come with beading patterns. So it's a good way to learn some basic bead weaving, getting the materials you need for at least one project, all gathered up for you. So it's sort of like a kit, plus you get additional items. And they come in these very sturdy, reusable cardboard boxes with a magnetic closure. So upon opening our box, this is again the base box, which is closer to the $25 price point per month. That price changes a little bit depending on how long you sign up for, and shipping is included in that cost if you're in the US, but they do ship worldwide. And it looks like our theme this month is called Against the Tide. So maybe some sea or some ocean inspiration below. And on the back of that sheet, we have the list of everything that's included. On the left, we've got the title of the pattern as well as the beads that go along with that pattern. And then on the right, we have the list of contents called Beads for Your Stash, so things that are over and above what you'll need to make the pattern. So here's what our pattern looks like. We're going to be learning how to make a basic bead woven toggle clasp, which is a very handy thing to know. And inside are the full color diagrams and written instructions. They go along with a video as well, if you'd rather learn that way. And the items for your pattern are set apart in a separate baggie. We actually have a check glass bead mix. We're going to be making a full bracelet with that mix, and then the toggle clasp, which is the bead woven component that includes those two sizes of seed beads, the 11/0s and 15/0s. So here's a closer look at the bead mix assortment. It's called Calm Seas, and you can see that there is an assortment of turquoise in different shades of blue, some Montana blue or gray, and some crystal clear in various sizes and shapes of check glass. I see some druck beads, some fire polish, some bicones, and typically we receive more than we really need for the pattern that goes along with the contents, so you may end up with extras. And they have included our 2 packages of seed beads. These are in the Miyuki brand, which is a high-quality Japanese brand for very consistent seed beads. The 15/0s are on the left in the galvanized silver, and then on the right we have the silver-lined dark aqua. And now getting into the other column, which was the beads for our stash, we start out with a bag of Iris Duo beads. These are a 2-hole bead shape, 7 by 4 millimeters in size, and the color I received is called Crystal Amber. And here's a closer look at them. We have a very reflective brassy tone on one side, and then the other side is left clear, where you can still see some of that metallic shining through from the background. And these Iris Duos are kind of in an ellipse shape or a football-like shape. 2 holes running up and down through the beads in that central wider area. And the bottom of the bead is flat. The top of the bead has more of a domed shape. Next, I received the 6mm check faceted rounds in white shimmer. So we have this classic opaque white with just the lightest amount of a luster coating, giving these a little bit of an extra shimmery look to them over the top where they are faceted and very consistent. And these play along with the blues and greens and shades of metallics that we'll see today in our tidal theme. Up next are some 3mm Potomac crystal bicones. These appear to be very good quality. They're quite shimmery and consistent, and the holes look like they are drilled cleanly, not very jagged or anything. And they've got this color called dark moss green. The next bag contains some 4mm check faceted round beads. This is the white blue luster variety. It's a gorgeous combination of the blue and green that kind of comes together in these beads with that little bit of a stone-like finish, yet they have a shimmery luster coating that makes them a little bit more reflective than they would normally be, and it brings some of our blues and greens together if you wanted to go along with the theme. Next, we have some 4mm, what they're listing as gemstone beads, and I received the Amazonite variety. Very appropriate type of a gemstone bead to include in this theme with the shades of aqua and seafoam that are very beachy looking. And as you can see, not only will we receive some glass beads, but also you may see some gemstone varieties from time to time, along with some metallic components. Sometimes you'll see some focals and some crystal stones. You could see stringing material and not only one-hole shapes, but also multi-hole shapes too. So you really get a variety of things to work with in these Potomac boxes, which is especially nice for newer beaders. You can sample all different things and see what you like to work with. Up next is a package of Miyuki seed beads, this time in a larger 8/0 size, and this is a deep blue, sort of royal or cobalt blue opaque. And then I have a bag of 2mm Potomac crystal bicones, this time in a sapphire blue color. So we have these teeny tiny little blue crystal bicones that also appear to be in very good shape. They are the Potomac branded bicones, but they seem very sparkly, definitely usable and consistent in their size and shape. And even though they're really tiny, they do have a decent quality appearance. And now we've got 3 different types of metallic components to look at, all in this bright shiny silver. And these are the Potomac branded components. We have first a package of 9mm bales, and there's 5 included. And all of these components are coming in good condition. It looks like they're all very bright silver. They're not tarnished or anything. They're quite smooth, and these have that fluted detail with the good size hole at the top where you could use these to attach to your other beadwork or stringing material. There's also a bag containing some of the 3x2mm metal spacer beads in the pack of 50. So the different thing here is that they're not completely round. They're more of in a rondelle shape, being that they are a 3x2mm size. And again, these are very bright and shiny. And our final bag contains a toggle clasp. This is a 13mm size in the coordinating silver tone. Classic shape and size, pretty simple, and a great way to finish up your bracelets. So that's everything included in the smaller version of the box. Again, every month you'll get 1 pattern as well as the materials you'll need to make that pattern, which gives you that educational component of this box. It's not just a box of random items, but you do get something with a purpose, sort of like a kit, to help you learn some new techniques, especially bead weaving if you're looking to get into that. And then Potomac Beads also has a ton of videos and tutorials to go along with the beads they sell. They, of course, are a large online bead store, so they've got all of these things and a lot more located in their shop, and everything you may need to go along with your beaded jewelry designs and other patterns you may find to incorporate some of these beading materials. And you'll get a lot of different things to sample, including different shapes and sizes and styles of glass beads and seed beads and other components to get you creating. And now that we've seen this one, we will take a look at the XL version of the box, which overlaps with what we've just seen. So we'll take a look at what overlaps, see if there's any differences in colors, because in the past, sometimes the colors have been different from box to box. So we'll take a look at that. and see what else is included over and above these contents. All right, so this box looks exactly the same from the outside, but if we open it up, we can see that there's XL on the title of this insert. Our theme is the same, but we also have a larger amount of items included on the back of it, where we can see our list of contents. We do have that same Gemini beaded toggle bracelet with those materials, but we also have 2 additional patterns. One of the patterns does have the contents or materials to go along with it. That's going to be, it looks like a firmament necklace pattern, and then we have a bonus pattern that does not include the materials specifically. That's going to be an earrings pattern. And then we have some overlap in the beads for our stash going down to the toggle clasps, but we'll also have 2 other additional items to take a look at. So here's that same pattern, and then here is the bonus earring pattern. So this is the one that doesn't have the materials specifically to go with it, but of course you can find them at Potomac Beads if you were to shop their store and look for those items. And then this is the necklace pattern that includes the materials that we'll need, and probably extra as well to go along with it. And just like we saw in our smaller box, we have the contents for that first bracelet pattern all bagged up together, and it does look like these are exactly the same as what we received in the base box. Next is our baggie of components and materials for the firmament necklace that we'll take a closer look at in just a moment. And it does appear that all of the contents in the For Your Stash section are the same color-wise, except for maybe one thing. Which is that selection of 4mm fire polished rounds. And you'll recall I had that combination bluish green with the additional finish in the first box, and then in this one I have the color they're calling Jade, which is an opaque minty green. So looking at the materials for the necklace, we have the Potomac's Halo beads. They're a 1-hole gunmetal variety that are used sort of as a metallic frame for some of these beads. Here's a closer look at one of them and where the hole is located going directly through this metallic ring. So you could put a bead right inside and string through it. They are also including a bag of gemstone rounds, this time in a 6mm size, and I received the Sodalite with the matte finish. And for example, it looks like on the pattern it says they're calling for 13 pieces of this size, and of course we see that there's more than 13 pieces in my hand, so you will have extra beads as usual included in your selection. And then we have some more Japanese Miyuki seed beads in the 8/0 size, this time in the opaque white to go along with the pattern. Getting a little smaller than that, we have the size 11/0, and I received the Duracoat opaque. It looks like Nile, maybe Nile blue, which is a light bluish turquoise or aqua. And then the smallest size in the 15/0 in the galvanized yellow gold. Beyond that, for the pattern is a combination of gold and silver tone findings, basics like the lobster clasps, jump rings, wire guards, and they've been doing this including both of the tones of metal, which I think is a nice thing for them to do, so you can decide for yourself which tone that you want to use. And then besides that, we've got the 2 other items in the listing for the beads for our stash. The first item I have over and above the base box are the check faceted rondelle beads in this combination of a light buttery yellow and a greenish turquoise. These are a 3x5mm size. And then our final bag containing some check glass drop beads in the 9x6mm size, and the color I received is called opaque chartreuse. Smooth and glossy, sort of avocado green, opaque glass drop beads, hole at the top, rounded and smooth at the bottom, and giving us a touch of a different shade of green to go along with our other shades that are included. And then besides that, we've got the 2 other items in the listing for the beads for our stash. The first item I have over and above the base box are the check faceted rondelle beads in this combination of a light buttery yellow and a greenish turquoise. These are a 3x5mm size. And the color I received is called opaque chartreuse. Smooth and glossy, sort of avocado green, opaque glass drop beads, hole at the top, rounded and smooth at the bottom, and giving us a touch of a different shade of green to go along with our other shades that are included. And that wraps it up for the XL version of the Potomac Beads Best Bead Box. This one's closer to the $40-ish price point, and again, you get 3 patterns every month included with your shipment of beads and components, and the materials you need to make 2 of those items, and not only the printed out full color patterns, but they also have free video tutorials on their channel to go along with those to help you out or to go along with your beads if you prefer learning that way. You can see that they've included a coordinating combination of different things, mainly following the blue and green, white and metallic combination. So you can use some of these things together if you want to, especially the items outside of what you'll use for the patterns. And every month the theme will change. It's typical to see a variety similar to this month after month. And if you're not sure what to do with something, say the Iris Duo beads that they sent with the 2 holes, you can definitely look those up on their website or YouTube channel for different patterns and ideas to use for those and for anything that you see that they include in their boxes. So that's definitely a perk of the subscription, is the educational component of it, and it's very convenient to get the pattern plus materials all together in one if you want to have some quick projects ready to go and you don't want to hunt down all the materials you'll need and pick out all the colors and everything like that. So hopefully this video helped you to take a look at these 2 boxes side by side and see what the differences are and to see if this type of box is right for you. Once again, I'll leave the link right down below the video to be taken to the subscription, and I have that coupon code ORCHID5, ORCHID 5, which will save you 5% off your purchase at Potomac Beads, and that is pretty much good site-wide across their store. So if this video was helpful for you or if you enjoyed it, definitely give it a big thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe while you're here because I'd love to have you back. Feel free to leave a comment down below and go ahead and share the video wherever you'd like. I hope to see you all again real soon, but until next time, I want to wish you all a fabulous rest of your day. And as always, happy beading.